Some wisdom is found on the surface, and some wisdom takes us deeper. Welcome to Get Deep, where we dive into the thoughts, truths, and affirmations that help us grow, reflect, and move forward. I'm Deborah Deep Mouton, and every episode we'll explore the power of words, the strength of resilience, and the beauty of introspection. Come in, take a seat, and let's get deep. Have you ever listened to yourself? Hear yourself talking almost out of body and then realize that the things that you have a habit of saying maybe aren't exactly what you mean. I had someone challenge me once. They were telling me about something traumatic that had happened to them, and I said, I can't even imagine. Kind of a automatic response that I'm just used to saying as a way of empathizing and saying, there's no way that I could put myself in your shoes. And that friend of mine pushed back. They said, when I hear you say, I can't even imagine, it is the same as saying, I refuse to imagine. I refuse to put myself in your shoes because it would be too painful to imagine what you're going through. I sat with that for a while. Of course, my first inclination was to push back and say, you knew what I meant. But words have meaning, strong meanings most of the time. And for me, living with it and their reaction made me realize that whether or not I wanted to mean that, that's how I was being perceived. Instead, I started thinking about the opposite. What does it mean to say, I can only imagine? That the pain that you're going through is one that I can only wrap in my imagination and try to come to a place of compassion. But I'm willing to let my imagination run wild enough to imagine myself in your shoes, to walk that mile, even if it means just doing it in my head. If that means showing up for you, can something like a subtle shift in my language show you that I'm more willing to be there and hold you close? Maybe it's time we start to look at what we say a little bit more closely. That we think about not only its real definition, but all of its implicated meanings. That we're willing to stop for others, to feel things a little longer than a viral clip or a TikTok, but really sit with them, sit in the mud with folks. I've realized that a lot of times when my friends come to me for advice, what they're really looking for is someone to sit in the mud with them, not someone to pull them out. Thank you for joining me on this journey today. I hope this moment of reflection stays with you, guides you, and reminds you to keep going. If you found value in this episode, let's keep the conversation going. Follow me on Instagram at Live Life Deep and share your thoughts, your wisdom, and your light. And if you're enjoying the podcast, the best way to support it is simple. Subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps others find this space of growth and inspiration. This has been a Gemini's production. You can explore some of the other podcasts on the network by going to GeminisProductions.com or following on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube at Gemini's Productions. Until next time, remember, you've been given today. What you do with it is up to you.